just want to start with telling everybody your name and then just giving them a little bit of your background. How did you get into MMA fighting? So I'll let you go ahead and start.
Yeah, my name's Charles Energy Johnson. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and North County. Went to Hazelwood East. Was a two-time national champion in track and all-state and cross-country track and wrestling in high school. So right now in my life, I decided to become a professional MMA fighter, and currently I'm a top 100 flyweight in my weight class, top 100 fighter in my weight class in the world, and champion of the LFA, which is the #1 prospect organization outside of the UFC. Everyone who's won this belt in my weight class has gone on to the UFC, so I'm in good company at the moment.
Going into MMA and kind of going through that journey, is there any particular advice you would give to somebody that would want to take that same path or get into it?
Yeah, I would suggest that anyone who's looking into getting into MMA, that they join a traditional martial arts gym, whether it be boxing if you're in the city, and especially in St. Louis we have a lot of boxing tradition rooted in the city. So you get into any one of these boys and girls club, get in there, start learning the basics, fundamentals of boxing. Also jiu-jitsu is very big. Wrestling is very important. So if you can get into those 3 areas, you'll cover most grounds when it comes to MMA. And you know, through working hard and staying consistent, you'll figure out what fits you best as far as striking or wrestling or whatever. But if you're looking to get into MMA, I would highly suggest getting into a traditional martial arts school. It can be karate, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing, Muay Thai. You know, it just depends on where you're at.
You had the title we saw a little earlier. When you won it, what was that experience like from the training process, getting prepared for it, to actually winning the title?
Yeah, man. In the moment, I was a little disappointed because I wanted to have a better fight. I envisioned the fight going a different way, but after watching it back and giving myself a week or so, I'm proud of my performance. I'm proud of myself. I'm a perfectionist, you know. So, and when I do something, I try to do it all the way. So, my journey with this has taken along a lot of different turns to get to where I'm at now, with going out of the country, etc., etc. So now, winning the belt, you know, when I won it, I was happy, man. It just took a minute to sink in. You know, it took a couple minutes, but my coach, you know, he kept me in the moment and told me, you know, man up, you the champ. So then it just kind of all hit me at once, and it was a great experience.
Going into a fight and training, what is the normal time frame, I guess, you train, and how do you train?
For me, for most fighters, you want to get into, when you're preparing for a big fight, you want to have at least 6 to 8 weeks to prepare. And those 6 to 8 weeks are for me, they're very meticulous. I have a specific diet, specific things I put in, training regimen, conditioning in the morning or late afternoon, and you have a set practice time where each week, each day, you have a specific thing you do. So my gym, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we do different things, and we focus on different areas of martial arts on each day. And so for me, you know, dieting is always very important. Dieting is not like not eating food. It's putting the right amount of food in for you to keep your energy through a camp and maintain and be able to peak when it's time to perform, be at a peak. You want to go like this when you're in a training camp, and when you're fighting, you want to be here. You don't want to be settling back out and coming back down. So you plan out your scheduling, you plan out your sparring, you plan out your tough days, and you kind of bring it back about a week or 2 out from the fight, start bringing it back down so your body can get ready to maximize everything you've been doing to prepare. So that's about the gist of a fight camp.
All right, so being from St. Louis, how does it, being able to win the title, bring the title back and accomplish that? How did you feel doing that and being able to do that for the city?
Yeah, St. Louis is very different when it comes to MMA and just sports in general. We're a big sports city, but I don't think people realize how much opportunity there is here yet. We don't have a big market for MMA. We don't have a big market for fighting in the moment. So being a young prospect and somebody who's drawing a lot of attention, as well as a couple other fighters that I know, that being Stephen Shaw, a heavyweight boxer who's undefeated, and Joaquin Buckley, who's in the UFC, who's had some highlight reel knockouts, and so it's very exciting to pull along those guys and be in that company with those guys that we're all working towards something bigger than ourselves, and we're all on the same page with, it is for us and our families and stability, but also we also want to be able to create an outlet for the next group of people who are going to be after us, because we understood how hard it was for us to do what we've done and get to the position we're at now. So being able to win this belt, being able to get the success that we're getting, we have definitely been having conversation, discussion about what can we do to help bring more light to St. Louis and bring people to St. Louis instead of us having to travel to other states or different places to get training or get the marketability we feel we deserve. So it's a big step on the way to bigger things.
All right, so recently, the reason you're here, we came and you tried out the Golden Bite mouth guard. How do you think that's going to help you moving forward in your fights, and what was that experience like coming to do the demo?
Yeah, so today I met Dr. Kirk Quiglis, and it was a cool experience. I didn't know what to expect from the Golden Bite. I heard from a good friend of mine, Brandon Martin, who's a professional boxer, that it was doing good things for him with his training, and he's going to be wearing it at a fight. And so I was like, all right, let me come down here, check it out. And so I met with Dr. Kirk today, and he just put me through a couple little test runs with him. He was explaining to me about how this mouthpiece that he designed is going to help with, my equilibrium and different parts of fighting, to maintain my balance and just be able to take a blow or just be stronger in position. So it's kind of hard trying to explain. I understood what he was saying, but until you feel it, you don't really understand what the difference is. So we did a couple demos without a mouthpiece in. His mouthpiece is the Golden Bite. We did a couple different walkthroughs, and I was very surprised with the outcome. Him trying to move me without the mouthpiece in, and then with the mouthpiece in, I had a lot more stability and a lot more just ground. I was more grounded. So I'm excited to see what it looks like moving forward. This is just the first time I've ever tried it, so I'm excited to see what it looks like within a whole camp of training and going into a fight.
So being a professional fighter, I would imagine, like most jobs, is not the easiest thing. So, what's that, being in that position, what is that lifestyle like? And then out of your time doing this, what's your favorite part, or what's the favorite part of your job that you do?
The favorite thing about being able to be a professional fighter is I'm like an entrepreneur. We deal in contracts, and I have control of my own life. The only thing is that the pay is shit until you get to certain positions, certain promotions, and a certain level. So you have to usually maintain another job. Me, myself, all the way up until I was 6-0 as a professional. I'm 9-2 now. I was working 2 jobs. I was coaching high school wrestling for 5 years, and I was maintaining another job on the side. So all in between, finding time to train as well. And so it's not a very lucrative sport to get into initially, but if you stay with it, like most things, stay consistent and stay persistent with what you're doing, you'll be able to make something of it. But for me, the biggest blessing coming out of all this is just I'm able to, like, I just feel like there's nothing in life that can really bring me down. Mixed martial arts keeps me pretty balanced with everything I do in life, and I'm able to actually like be kind of like a prophet to my friends and family, and just be able to talk to them and relate life to mixed martial arts or relate different things. So it definitely grounds you as a mixed martial artist if you're in it and you're doing it, and that's why they always say that a lot of people have issues with the disrespect or when they see fights and things, and because they feel that most martial artists should be very respectful, so, and I agree with that to an extent. Until you're in front of a camera and you're fighting, then you have to put on a show. It's still entertainment. So, but what's great about this sport is, the ability to have control of your own destiny, and you're an entrepreneur. You're your own brand, and so you have to represent yourself in the best way possible, and you have control over that.
If you have a fan or somebody wants to follow and see what you're doing, kind of keep up with what's going on with you, what's the best way to follow you and keep on and see what's going on in the life of Charles Energy Johnson?
Yes. So my name is Charles Energy Johnson. You can look up any of those in succession on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or Twitter, and it'll pop up. Energy, INERG, and I should pop up immediately. You'll be able to find different videos of me fighting on YouTube, because I had a bunch of amateur fights as well. So if you get some time, or you make the time, you just hop on your Google app and you'll be able to find me. I want to say a shout out to Dr. Kirk and Golden Bite. I'm really excited to train in this thing here, and a Goji Life resistance pants. They're a St. Louis based company as well that they're changing the game when it comes to resistance pants and just the way that we train. So go ahead online, and you can add them on Instagram as well and find them out. I'm Charles Energy Johnson, and this is DOAP Media.